Hello and welcome back to another week in the life of an eBay reseller. Now, I work part-time and I don't do this as my full-time job. This is just a bit of a side hustle and a hobby for me. Now, I've been reselling on eBay for about 7 years, so these videos are a bit light-hearted and just trying to share my reselling journey with you guys. Now, my name is Tom and this is Tom's Toys 95, so welcome to the channel if you are new. Please consider subscribing if you want to see similar content to this. I also do car boot videos and game collection videos, as I'm also an avid game collector. The aim of these videos is to go over all of the sales and pickups throughout the week, so we go from Saturday morning through to Friday evening, and anything that's sold in that week period I like to document and go over. So let's get into what's sold so far. So first up, we sold a Funko Disney Pop vinyl, which was The Good Dinosaur, and that was Arlo. So I'll try and put some footage on screen. That sold for £5 plus postage. I took an offer on that. I believe that was only £1 from the car boot or a charity shop, but I remember it only being £1, so a little bit of profit on that one. We've sold a watch strap for £8.45 plus postage, so I'm happy with that. That was from the watch bundle that I picked up last summer. And Ben 10 Omniverse 2 is going to someone internationally through GSP, and that was on the PS3. I believe that was £4 from Cex, but I already had that in my collection, I didn't realise, so that sold for £10.95. Now today I've just shipped off Groundhog Day Like Father Like Son on the PS4. I only picked that up last week from Cex for £5. That sold for £8.40 plus postage, so there's not going to be any profit really in that. I did list it a little bit higher than that, but I took an offer, so that's probably about £1 or £2 profit in that. And then I've got some things to post out tonight. So we've sold some Disney Toy Story Funko Pop Mini Alien Remix, Buzz Lightyear and Sully figures. So these were, in terms of profit, it's a fail, but I paid £5 each for these. I'm a big alien collector from Toy Story, so I paid £5 each for those, and those were dupes, so they've been listed a while, so I got £7 for those. But a really nice sale, Zara Man jacket sweater jumper. So it's a men's size medium, and it's like a leopard and tiger print pullover jumper. That was £4 from a charity shop probably about 3 weeks ago, and that is sold for £40 plus postage, so I'm really happy with that markup. It's a really good profit on that one. If anyone watched the car boot video, the first one of the year, I picked up a Furby bundle. Now there's some genuine vintage Furbies in there from the 1990s, and in that bundle was a bunch of McDonald's figures, so I've listed those as a listing of 5. Now that's sold for £6.80. I took an offer on that, so £6.80 plus postage. The actual Furbies, I got 9 vintage ones for £40, plus these McDonald's ones were thrown in, and there's a couple of beanbag ones which have some value as well. So whilst I've still got a long way to go to make profit on that bundle, the vintage ones will definitely get me my money back and a lot of profit. So these are just little extras, so that's sold for £6.80. And 5 Disney Store figures of the Incredible family and Frozone. I think there's Edna Mode, Frozone, Elastigirl, Mr. Incredible and Dash. Those have sold for £4.50 plus postage. I remember paying £2 for a big bag of Incredible figures, and I split them up into sets, and those sets have sold, and I believe this is one of the last ones to sell. So I'm well into profit on that bundle, but £4.50 still a cheap sale. Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood on the Xbox One. That was £5.70 I sold it for, and I paid £2.99 from Cash Generator, I believe it was. And 2 more sales, both cheap, so we're not doing that great this week in terms of big sales. The only one really is that jumper, but 2 more sales, and it's 2 more video games. So we've got Lego DC Superhero Villains on the Nintendo Switch. That sold for £10.95. I paid £20 for that with a steelbook, but the steelbook is very rare and collectible, especially on the Switch, so I've kept the steelbook for my collection, and I've sold the cartridge, so I'll make about £8 back after fees on that. So that steelbook now only cost me £12, and I reckon I could sell that steelbook for around about 20 to 25, so there's still profit in that bundle if I decided to sell it. And lastly, another fail. I think I paid £1 for it. There's an Xbox One steelbook, sorry, Xbox 360 Bioshock steelbook, which sold for £3.85, no postage. And yeah, I paid £1 for it. There might be a little bit of wriggle room after fees, but it will literally be pence, so I'm not going to class that as a win. So at least we're getting stuff out. The aim of these videos really is to clear out all of the crap stuff that have been lingering for a while, and then the new car boot stuff that we're buying this season, I want to, want the stock to be better than normal. Only get the good stuff and hopefully make some decent profit. So I'll put some footage on screen. It's only a few seconds. I'm not going to be posting loads of footage this week, but I popped into Cex yesterday. It's Tuesday, by the way, today, and picked up 2 video games. So the first one is N3 99 Nights. This is on the Xbox 360. Now these sorts of games are going up in price. The Xbox has announced it's closing its store soon, so I do expect a lot of 360 games to go up in price. So this is nice and complete. There's a little bit of sticker residue on the front cover, but I can get that off no problem. This sells for around about £11 to £12, so hopefully it comes with all the additional inserts as well, so I might be able to ask a little bit of a premium on that just because it's like complete, and collectors will enjoy that. So I reckon I could sell this for around about £12. And then I caught Cex somewhat sleeping on this one. So one's listed for £14 on eBay, and the second cheapest is £20. So whoever's listed it for 14 has listed it quite cheap in my opinion. But this was always a game that I think I paid about £12 for it for my own collection. It's always been a game that's worth quite a bit of money, and it was one of the last PS3 sports titles, and that is NBA 2K18. And as you can see, this was £6 from Cex, so quite a nice price from Cex there, and that is all complete with the manual as well. So I'll be aiming, if that copy doesn't sell and it's still listed at £14, then I will probably list mine slightly under, because obviously I want to sell it. But if that has sold and the next cheapest then is only like £18–20, then I might list it for around about 15–16. But either way, even if I sold that for £14, there's still some profit in that. So those two only cost me 11, and I should be able to sell those collectively for around about 25 quid. So after fees I'll get about 20. And then today I popped into Game on my lunch break as well, so I picked up 6 games. They've got a 3 for 2 sale, so I took advantage of it, so we picked up some good stuff. So the first one, which is probably the worst of the 6 games, is this Blood Bowl game. Now this was advertised as $4.99, same as all the other games. So it's $4.99, 3 for 2. I paid $19.96 for 6 games. It was only $3.99, and there is some rips to the cover art which I missed, which is annoying. So this is definitely the worst of the lot. This sells for about £8 on eBay. Now bear in mind, as these were 3 for 2, they cost me £3.33 on average each game. So Blood Bowl then, that sells around about £8. Up next then we've got Alex Kidd in Miracle World DX on the Xbox 360. This one sells for around about £9 to £10. Then we've got Dragon Ball Fighter Z, or Fighters. So this one again sells around £10 to £11. Ben 10, this one only goes to around about £8, but that's another one. Now this one says $7.99, but when I picked it up it was $4.99, so I don't know if they've swapped the case over, but that is Gotham Knights. Now whilst this game might not be that popular and it might have flopped, this is still a relatively new game. I think this only came out in 2022, so it's not even 2 years old and it's already $4.99. I know this sells for around about £10, so for $4.99 or $3.33 with the discount, that is even better, so I can sell this hopefully for around about £10. And now the best of the bunch, I don't know yet if this has the steelbook inside. I'm hoping it does. Oh, it does, so perfect. So this is the challenge accepted edition of the Xbox One. This is Hot Wheels Unleashed. So with this you get the steelbook, obviously the disc, and you get a toy car as well. So this is pre-owned, so I'm surprised to see the steelbook and the car in there, but very happy to see it nonetheless. This was only $4.99, and with obviously the 3 for 2, this was just £3.33, so absolute bargain. I do have quite a few copies of these sealed. Game was clearing them out for $7.99 brand new a few months back, so they have flooded the market a little bit, and the game and the challenge accepted version is not as desirable or as expensive as it used to be. But I could break this down and sell the car and the box on its own maybe. I could sell the steelbook on its own, and I can sell the disc only on its own. So I think disc only I could get about £5 to £6 for. The steelbook I could probably get about a tenner for. and the box and cart I could maybe get about £5 for. I could sell it all together, but I think on eBay they only go for about £12 to £15 for the whole version. But if you do break it down, there are steelbook collectors, there are Hot Wheels collectors, and there'll be people that want to play the game and don't care if they get the box or not, in which case they'll buy the disc only. So I could break this down even more. So I reckon after fees I could probably get anywhere between £15 and £20 on this whole game. So overall, really good haul. Only paid £20. We're looking on average about £10 a game. There's 6 here, so if I can get £50 to £60 and double my money after fees, I'll be very happy with that. So I'm also doing some overtime at work. When I say overtime at work, I mean overtime for myself on eBay. I'm just using the work office. But I went to the car boot on Saturday. If you haven't seen the video, go check it out. Found some really awesome stuff. But as a result of that car boot, I've now got to list all of the stuff. So I'm just going to show you briefly a couple of things that I'm going to be hopefully listing, or at least photographing. So in terms of listings, I've been listing today these sunglasses. This is one of the things I've listed. There are 17 pairs of these, and I paid about 75 to 80p each at car boot. I think it was £14, and there's 17 pairs in here. So these are originally from Burton. They're £10 each, and the euros are coming up, so I'm hoping those sell. I'll probably list those for around about £8 each. Then I've also photographed, and I'm about to list these. So we've got a pair of Adidas Milano 16 socks, 2014-15 Chelsea home socks. We've got a Bundesliga child's shirt here. Then we've got this World Cup 98 France scarf. Picked this up for £10 from the car boot at the weekend. Going to list that for around about £15 plus postage, maybe 20. I'll aim because it's got the tag on it. This one is an Olympiacos kids home shirt. That one's brand new with tags. I'll probably list that for around about £15. Same again on these Watford shorts, brand new with tags, adults extra small, probably list for around about 15, can always reduce. These Chelsea shorts are used, so these are from 16, 17 I believe. I think they're the away shorts. There is a couple of little marks and stains on them, so I'll probably get about £8 for those. And then this Fuzzball Austria Vine shirt, brand new with tags from 2006, size large, long sleeved, really nice. Unfortunately, there's a lot of damage to it. It's been probably taken to the car boot several times. There's mud on it, there's a little bit of mould patch on it, there's a few marks and stains. So unfortunately, I won't get full price for that. I'll probably only get about £15 in this condition. And the last thing I listed, paid £10 for this tennis jacket. Probably a bit of a fail. It's a German tennis club. I don't think it's anything branded. It's just like a local tennis team. But it is a really nice vintage Adidas jacket. So it has got the tennis logo on it, and there's some writing on the back as well. So that's going to be listed for about £30. I can always reduce. I have actually found the club on the internet. There is a Google My Business profile for it. So I don't know whether to drop them a message and see if they want it. All of those parcels are now wrapped and ready to go to the post office. It's now Wednesday. I have my bag of parcels on me, as you've just seen in the snippet. They're all wrapped and ready to be posted. I'm just heading to the post office. Finished work now. It's 5 o'clock, and I didn't get a chance to go on my lunch break, so I'm going to go now. I didn't manage to get much footage last night as my phone died. I stayed over after work for about 3 hours and was listing and taking photos of some things. So I actually photographed probably about 30 items last night. Most of it was all of the stuff that I bought from the car boot at the weekend. So hopefully if I can get that listed by the end of the week, then that's going to be about 25, 30 new listings on my store. And hopefully that increases over the weekend. I want to be getting back to about 20, 25 sales a week, which at the moment I haven't really been doing this year. It's been about 10 to 15 on average, maybe 20 at a push. So let's try and get that 20 to 25 barrier. Right then, it's Friday and everything has now sold, so we're going to cut the week off here. If anything does sell this evening, I'll include it in, but that'll probably be it. So up first then we have a wrestling figure of Kurt Angle. This is an Entrance Elite, I believe it is, from WWE. Now this came from the car boot bundle this weekend, so I only listed it Monday or Tuesday, and that's sold already for £6.30 plus £3.69 post, so very happy with that. I only paid £10 for the whole bundle. There's 17 figures. I think I'm splitting them 8 separately and 9 in the bundle with the ring, so hopefully make some good profit on that one. Now up next we've got GTA 4 and GTA 5 on the PS3. I would have only paid about £1 or £2 for these in bundles. Now, unfortunately, they've only gone for £9.95 plus postage, which was probably a fair price a few months ago. I think since GTA trailer has dropped, the GTA 6 trailer, sorry. I think those games might have become a bit more collectible, or the hype is there for the new GTA, and maybe when the new GTA does come out, these will go up. But for the time being, £9.95 for the two games is fair. That's £5 each. So after fees, I'll get about £7 for that one. Funko Disney, I have a water bottle which was £7.50, so plus postage. So I bought a bundle of Funko things in a clearance from popinabox.com, probably about 18 months ago, and I've got a few of those left which I'm trying to sell off at the car boot this year. There's still a few things listed on my store, quite a lot of it is sold, but yeah, there's just a few things left. Up next then we've got Xbox Summer Athletics video game. So I'm not sure what year this is from, it doesn't have a date on it, so there is a separate game that says Summer Athletics 2009. This one's not dated. This one, from what I can see, is quite valuable. It's from Cex for £2.50. I only bought that about 2 weeks ago, and that has sold for I think it was £12.90 plus postage, so I'm very happy with that sale. That's gone really quickly, so it's a nice sort of £8 profit after fees on that one. Another cheap sale, there's 3 PJ Masks figures. Now these came in a figure bundle, paid £10, got a bunch of Marvel figures which was all made profit, and then there was just a few little random figures in there, so I made a bundle out of those, and they've gone for £4, so those don't cost me anything. And the last thing I was very surprised to see sell so quickly was this Spyro controller holder. So I purchased this from the car boot also last weekend, and I listed it for £14.99 plus £5 postage because it was quite big, so I anticipated it would be over the size limit. The cheapest on eBay was listed for £13.99 plus I think £3 or £4 postage, so cheaper than my listing. But mine sold within 5 minutes, so I literally listed it and I got a notification straight away to say someone purchased it, so I'm very happy with that. So I've got all of those boxed and wrapped now, and I'm going to get those posted today, and then I will update you over the weekend with the results of everything and go over what's sold and what the figures and totals are. Right then, let's go over the results of everything for the week. So we have sold 16 items this week. I've got my bit of paper here with the figures on, and that was £158.78 plus the postage I charged on top equals £197.75. Now the actual postage cost me £41.76 and the eBay fees were £32.50. So that leaves me with a total of £123.49 for the week. Now I need to take off what I paid for the items, which was £51.36, which leaves me with a total profit for the whole week of £72.13. Not the best week and not the worst. It is what it is. Still low, but £72 extra that I didn't have before, so I can't complain too much. I've tried to keep the video a lot shorter this week. They usually drag on in about 35-40 minutes, so I'm experimenting with a slightly shorter video. So if you prefer the shorter length videos, please let me know. And on that note, thank you very much for watching. If you aren't subscribed, please do, and if you are, thank you very much. Please like and comment, and I will see you on the next week's episode.